So here I'm doing a weave. If I can get that a little closer for you to see. That I'm going to use with one of my stones to make a wire wrapped pendant. I'm going to need to make 2 of these. I started off with 8 inches of 20 gauge wire. Mine just happens to be colored in green, but you could use any color you want. And I'm using either 26 or 28 gauge wire, weaving wire. So as you can see, the pattern kind of starts on the bottom ring, and I wrapped it 5 times just to get it sturdy. Then you go over the second one 2 times, go back to the first one 3 times, go over all 3 2 times, back to the first one 3 times, second one 2 times, first one 3 times, and we just kind of keep repeating that pattern. And that is what I'm doing now to do the wire wrapped pendant that I'm working on. I'm going to need about 3 inches, and as you can see, as of right now, I am at about 1.5 inches, if you can see that. So I still have the other half to do. So let me show you how I was working with that. Okay. So as you can see here, I have my 3 on the bottom. Now I want to, if you see it, I went over all 3, over 2. So now we're back to 3. So we're going to take that wire around all 3 wires. And then we're going to push it in. So we have all 3 wrapped twice. Now we're going back to the first one. So we want to wrap it through that first core wire. We're going to wrap it around twice, pull it in tight, wrap it around one more time, and we're going to pull it in tight. Now we're ready to go back to the second wire. So we're going to wrap it around the second wire twice. There's 1. And there's 2. And then you can push it all together. And you just keep going with that pattern. So now we're going back down and around the first one 3 times again. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going back up over top of all 3 of them. So we're going to go over all of them. Make it nice and tight. Go over a second time. Make it nice and tight. Going back to the first one again. And we're going 3 over the first core wire. 1, 2, 1 more, 3. Once you get a little bit done, I used my flat nose pliers. Give it a little squeeze to kind of help hold it in place. Kind of tightens it up some. Do that once you get every couple wraps. Now we went all the way to the top, went down to the bottom, did our 3. So now we're going back up to the second wire. And if you'll notice on the ends of my wire, I have them shaped outwards on the left and on the right and just forward in the middle. Makes it easier for trying to find your wire, where your wire needs to go. So we're going in the second one, so you just kind of group it through. And then tighten that up. And then we're going back to that first one. Just make sure it's pulled out a little bit. And we're going over it 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to pull it all in there tight together. And then we're going to move on up to the third one. As you can see, it went 3, 2, 3, 2. So we're back up to 3. So across the top, go around all 3. Across the top, go around all 3. Come back down. Now we're going to go around our bottom base wire 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So you just continue this until you get the pattern, the length that you need it. Be kind of cautious while you're doing it that you keep your wires as straight together as possible with the same amount of gapping. But you just keep going until you get it to the length you need it to go around your base for your pendant. Like the stone that I'm going to use is this one here. It's actually a bead stone, but I'll be covering up those holes. So it's just a matter of finding which side I like better. I think I like this side. And then this is going to actually wrap up and around on my base wire around this stone. It'll look really neat. So again, just keep going with it. It's a simple weave. It doesn't take a lot of talent or hard work to be able to do it. It's just a matter of being patient and taking your time. And then when you're done, you have a piece that's ready to go.